time for a blind review. Use your hands and let them show you. It's time for a blind review.
Hello and welcome to the Blind Review. What's happening, people? You good? All right. For this episode, I was looking through some guitar effects that I've got to show you people, and basically come across 3 distortion pedals that I've got from 3 different companies. So I thought, should we have a little battle? And so I've put together a silly little board here, and I've put a tuner on there as well as I've put the Mua preamp pedal, the Voxy sort of one. I think it's called a Day Tripper or something. I've stuck that on the board as well, just so, because we are going to be running from a Fender Telecaster Slimline into a orange Pedal Baby 100, and the cab is a Sub-Zero 12-inch cab, yeah. And where the Pedal Baby is just proper clean, I thought I'll just stick that little Mua preamp at the end of the old board, and so all of the distortion pedals will be going through the Mua preamp. Okay, all right, let's see what we've got. So first up, we've got a distortion pedal from a company called Tone City, and it's the Black T Distortion. I've been introduced to this company via Anderton's TV, and I like all their pedals. I think they're sweet as a nut. Basically just got 3 knobs on the top of it, and it's the same as the other, the tiny spring reverb that I checked out, but it's got 2 extra knobs, and they are level and tone, and then you've got the distortion bit in the middle. But basically really simple, small pedal, like it's perfect. It's got a nice metal switch on it. It's got the socket for the 9-volt DC adapter, which is on the same side as the jack that would go into your guitar or into other pedals, however you want to. That's on the right side of the pedal. Left side of the pedal is obviously either to other pedals or to your amp. So it's quite a nice pedal. I like the size of them. Okay, so we'll come back. Let's just go through what we've got, and then so second up, we've got a distortion pedal called the DS1 from Boss. Now it's a little bit bigger than the Black T, but it's a wicked pedal, you know what I mean? It's another one of them 3 pot pedals by Boss, and again you've got like level, gain and tone. And again it's just got 1 input, 1 output. In the top it's got the 9-volt DC adapter socket. We'll go through each one, but I'll just give you a rough little thing about it. And then last of all on the board is a pedal by a company called Donna. Now they're slightly cheaper. Well, saying that, these 3 pedals are all in good price range, even the Boss one. But the third pedal is it's a Dark Mouse distortion pedal by Donna, and again it's got tone, level, distortion. It's got a filter as well. And then it's got a switch on this one as well, where you can either have it in classic mode or hyper mode. And it's got jack inputs either side, and in the top you can put your DC adapter. Okay, so they're the 3 pedals that we are going to be having it with. So let's start this off with the Black T Distortion by Tone City Audio, and basically 40 quid, 39.99 from Anderton's. Yeah, it's wicked. It's a wicked little pedal, you know what I mean? Like, perfect. It's nothing too mental going on, do you know what I mean? It's really simple, do you know? Like, I've got it sitting in front of me, and basically it's just, when I've got it on the board, it's stuck to the board, so I'm using the Velcro on the back, which it comes with a piece of ready cut Velcro that sticks in the back perfect. It also comes with like the spongy bit as well, if you prefer that to Velcro, if you wanted it on like a floor or whatever. But I'm using a board, so I've stuck the Velcro on the back of it. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, it's small. It's got a nice silver switch. It's got the jack inputs on either side, and then also on the right side it has the DC adapter as well. I probably would prefer that to be coming out at the top, but each to their own, innit? And then basically it's so simple. It's just got the three pots, basically, like 2 little pots at the top left and the top right, and then a larger pot in the middle. And that is, I think, the distortion thing, with the level on the left and the tone on the right. Yeah. So all right. So let's have a little play around with this one to start with. So as I say, everything's going through the preamp, the Mua Day Tripper preamp, the slight Voxy, into the Pedal Baby, into the Sub-Zero cab. So this is the clean sound before we turn on any pedals. So this is just the preamp going into the Pedal Baby, into the cab. All right, nice one. Let's see our clean sound. And that is our clean sound. Okay, so now let's have a little play through some sounds on the pedal. We'll start at one end and we'll go to the other. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so there's the volume, and then there's the gain, and then there's the tone. And what we'll do is we'll stick the volume at a respectable level so I don't get attacked by the old girl. And then we will go up with the gain and the tone, go up through the pedal in a few stages. Okay, nice one. Yes, and that was the Black T Distortion by Tone City. I really like that pedal. I think it's more like an overdrive to begin with, but once you really push it, it starts giving that distorted vibe, you know what I mean? Yeah, that pedal is actually currently on my pedal board. But yeah, as I say, like for someone that's blind, Tone City pedals seem to be top drawer on the backstage floor. Yeah, no, they do. I mean, they're simple to operate, and then what you get out of them is great, and they're not priced too badly either. Like they're pretty. Do you know what I mean? Like 40 quid for a pedal is that's decent in my eyes. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I mean, what else can I say? So looking at it, I mean, on the left you've got the output, on the right is the input, and just above is the AC adapter, which I would prefer on the top of the pedal. I'd prefer both the jacks to be at the top as well, make it right easy, be able to squeeze a lot more on the board. But yeah, and it's got a good sturdy metal switch, and yeah, and then you've got like the volume little pot up in the left corner, then you've got the big gain pot in the middle, and up in the top right hand corner is the tone. Yeah, for me that is a great pedal, but let's move on and see what we've got next. Okay, and next up will be the Boss pedal, the DS1, the classic distortion. Amazing classic distortion, probably on amazing guitar players boards all over the shop, you know what I mean? Cost of this one, I've seen it on Amazon for £56, so a little bit more than the Black Tea at 40 quid from Anderton's. But yeah, as I say, it takes up a bit more space on your board and stuff like that. Where I like to have a small board, but I want 7 or 8 effects. You know what I mean? The Tone City pedals are perfect for me, but for a blind person, the Boss pedals, especially the 3-pot Boss pedals, where you know what I mean, you're looking at it and you've got tone, level, and distortion, they call it, but which is gain. Yeah, so it's a superb pedal, and I think if I was only using say 4 pedals, I'd definitely stick with Boss, because I think they're good. Got a nice bit of a switch on them where you can stamp on it, and it's like bigger than the others and stuff. And yes, it's Boss pedals are great, especially this Boss pedal. But yeah, let's get into it and see what it sounds like. And again, what I'll do is I'll just go through it in stages, like sort of like 9 o'clock, 12, or practically not on, then 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and then maxed out all the way. But yeah, let's have a listen, see what this one sounds like. Nice one. And that was the absolute classic that is the Boss DS1 Distortion. Yeah, I mean, great pedal. My only problem is that it's too big. But if I'm talking on behalf of blind people, they probably like it big. It's just the thing is when you start getting bigger, your board gets bigger, it's more to carry, you know what I mean? Like lugging amps, guitars, pedals all around, being blind. It's just not good. That's why the old Tone City pedals seem to be ticking boxes for me. But yeah. So let's have a little review of it. So yeah, it's basically, I reviewed a Blues Driver distortion pedal a couple of episodes ago, and yeah, it's just basically 3 pots, 1 input, 1 output, and 1 DC connection for your old power supply. It's just, do you know what I mean? Simple as that. Like switch to click it on and off, and that's it. It's got a small red indicator light that could be bigger in my eyes, but do you know what I mean? But yeah. So I mean, but you can't get away from the greatness of the sound of that thing. It's like that is proper distortion, you know what I mean? Like with the old Tone City one, it's almost like an overdrive until it breaks up nicely at the end. But yeah, if Boss brings out a smaller version of their pedals, I will be back on the Boss. But until that day, I think I like the Tone City. But we have got one more. We have got one more, and it's the cheapest one of the 3. And this one is called the Dark Mouse Distortion by a company called Donna. Again, it's very much like the Tone City pedal, as in size and that. Like that, if you didn't look closely, you could almost think they was from the same company. You know what I mean? Except for the DC output is in the top of the pedal where I like it. But yeah, it's got a switch on it to go between classic and hyper modes. It's got a filter. It's got tone, and then it's got the distortion gain, whatever. Yeah, and it's a nice little pedal with I'm told a nice little picture of a mouse on the front. But yeah, let's see what it sounds like, and then we can move on. Yes, so I am going to go through the Dark Mouse, just playing with switches and buttons and this and that, just get a nice feel for the sound. All right, and it sounds a bit like this. Yes, and that was The Dark Mouse by Donna, which for £30, it's good stuff, you know what I mean? I mean, for classic distortion, you can't beat the Boss pedal. And then the Dark Mouse is, I suppose it's been meant to replicate a Rat. Yeah, does decent job, I think. Yeah, it's a good little pedal, you know what I mean? 30 quid, you can't go wrong. Yeah, and then and Tone City as well, only a 10 or more, 40 quid. Yeah, what can I say? Yeah, so I mean, all three pedals are good for blind people. The T is the Tone City is smaller, about the same size as the Dark Mouse. So you've got size, and then you've got the Boss, which is slightly larger. But I suppose it depends on what you want. You know what I mean? You might want a slightly larger pedal. So if you do, Boss all the way. The other two, same size, so you choose either. Pretty simple. I mean, they're all just 3 knobs, basically, except for the Dark Mouse has got a switch as well to go between hyper and classic modes. Yeah, price range. So you've got the Dark Mouse at the bottom at 30 quid, and then you've got the Tone City at 40 quid, and then you've got the Boss at 56 quid. I mean, that's just what I've found them for today, you know what I mean? I can't even remember what I paid for them. But yeah, just check Amazon and all the good retailers, and yeah, and I'm sure that you find decent prices on any one of the 3 distortion pedals, you know what I mean? Yeah, I would advise any one of the 3, really, you know what I mean? Like, and so just before we go, we'll have a little recap on a few things. So out of the 3, I have got the Tone City Black T Distortion on my board at the moment, but that could change because the Dark Mouse is really dirty. I like that. And then I'd say that the Boss is the classic sort of distortion sound, and then the Black T is maybe a little bit more overdrivey until a certain point, then it breaks into distortion. But yeah, nice. Another thing that I never said was probably the reason why the Boss pedal is slightly larger than the other 2 is because it's the only one out of the 3 that can house a 9-volt battery. So you wouldn't need a power supply, but for the other 2, you definitely need a power supply. Pretty simple to use. I'd say the one with the most bits and bobs on it would be the Dark Mouse, and the other 2 are just straightforward. So I suppose it's down to size, what you want, you know what I mean? But I can't really choose because I think that they're all good in different ways. You know what I mean? I think it goes up the scale distortion wise, like with the Black T in the bottom, the Boss in the middle, and then the Dark Mouse is the dirtiest. But don't know. I suppose you could pair them up on your board if you're into distortion that much, you know what I mean? And then they give you different types of distortion. But yeah, nice. So I will play you out with a stack distortion. Okay, people, thank you for listening to the Blind Review, and I will see you soon.
The Blind Review.